we're going to call the meeting to order. It is 4:35, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Ambrose, you want to?
I'd love to. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, a nation under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all.
All right, the next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the previous meeting. Is there a motion to approve? Motion's made by Commissioner Ambrose. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Lebo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, carries unanimously. Item number 3 is traffic surveys. And Commissioner Pine, if you would like to read those for us.
Okay, survey number 1. Location is Lovers Lane and High Street at Parkwood Road and Howland Hill Road. Nature of this request is request to install 2 signs before the stop signs on Lovers Lane and High Street that say oncoming traffic has right of way or oncoming traffic does not stop to prevent accidents. By whom? Justin Fellows. Recommendation, install the following signs below existing stop signs. Install on stop sign on Parkwood Road. Traffic from right does not stop. MUTCD W4, that's the municipal traffic code. Install on stop sign on Lovers Lane. Oncoming traffic does not stop. Municipal code W4. Install on stop sign on High Street. Oncoming traffic does not stop. Municipal code W4.
Okay, is there any public comment on that? And if there is, if you just come to the podium, state your name and address.
Well, we got some comments here.
We got comments.
Hey, right.
Actually, Justine Fellows, not Justin, but I'm happy to answer to that.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
No problem.
It's a typo, yeah.
With my husband, Chris, and we are on Parkwood, so we're the ones who come up and have to make that left, and it's pretty scary, especially with 2 new drivers in our household, because you just don't know if they know they have to stop. So it appears to be a 4-way stop. If you take the turn without a pause, you risk them coming right through down Lovers Lane and hitting you. And if you stop, then they think it's a 4-way stop, and there's a ton of confusion with the other cars from the different ways. The other piece of it is at night we hear it pretty much every night, beeping, screeching, because there's just confusion there. And so on one of our travels this summer, we saw a sign that said oncoming traffic has the right of way, and it just seemed like a really simple solution. So thank you for hearing it.
And you're happy with the recommendation?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be great.
All right, is there any other public comment? Hearing none, is there any comment from the commissioners? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the recommendation? So moved. Commissioner Stone, is there a second? Commissioner Ambrose, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay, it carries unanimously.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, survey number 2.
Survey number 2, location, Mill Plain Road at I-95. Nature of request, add turning vehicles yield to pedestrians from Mill Plain Road at I-95 near Redfield Road. This is time-sensitive remembrance event on November 21st, 2021. By whom? William Hurley, Town Engineer. Recommendation, Bill Hurley to contact the State DOT to inquire about jurisdiction of crosswalk painting and signage. I could just add to that if you want.
Sure.
Okay, so myself and Commissioner Stone were there. It is a entrance ramp to I-95, so we're not sure who has jurisdiction, if it's the state or us. We can't put a crosswalk if it's state property. So that's why it says Bill Hurley, our is going to contact the DOT and to figure out who's got the jurisdiction. And we haven't heard back yet, I don't think, have we?
No.
Okay.
I think what's going to have to happen is the commission is going to have to endorse it for the recommendation to be put forth to the state, for the Office of State Traffic Authority. They would decide or determine whether it is appropriate for that location, and then they would approve it. So as long as the approval would come from the legal traffic authority, then OSTA will agree to survey that area and determine if they will allow it.
When we were there on the survey, we noticed there are already a couple of temporary signs that Bill Hurley put up to try to control that. He may have taken them down again, too, I'm not sure. Because one of them was not right.
Mike, were those corrections made?
I don't believe so, Chief. I think that they covered them, the last I saw, with a garbage bag. But I don't think that the permanent ones are installed. They didn't have the stock.
Okay. So is there any, and this is the intersection where a resident was, pedestrian was killed, crossing the road at this point. So is there any public comment? All right, hearing none, is there any comments from the commissioners? Commissioner Pine, do you want to make a motion that the
Yes.
chief is
I'll do that.
suggesting?
Okay, so I'll make a motion that, we approve and endorse, endorse the, striping of a crosswalk on that entrance ramp to I-95. And submit that to the state DOT to do a survey and to concur or deny our request.
Second.
Second.
And are you endorsing the recommendations, or are you making different, you're endorsing the recommendations that's on this page?
Yes,
Just for clarification, so is that going to be the motion that you're endorsing the recommendations?
correct.
Perfect, thank you. Submit to the stage.
All right, so that motion is made by Commissioner Pine, seconded by Commissioner Stone. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? All right, carries unanimously. Survey number 3.
Survey number 3, location, Fairfield Woods Road between Stilton Road and Black Rock Turnpike. Nature of request, request striping for white fog/edge lanes to act as a buffer for traffic in the absence of sidewalks. Request pedestrian bike safety markings. By whom? Karen Kochko. Recommendation is install the fog lines on both sides of Fairfield Woods Road between Black Rock Turnpike and Stilton Road.
Is there any public? Yes.
Oh.
Hey guys, Jennifer Leeper, do you need my address?
Yeah,
that for the public?
she will, yeah.
75 Sherman Court, so also sort of your neighbor here. I'm just coming to make public comment to thank you for the recommendation and in strong support of it. Would you like me to come back and say the same thing for survey number 4, or since I'm here, can I say also in strong support of recommendation for survey number 4?
Sure.
Just to save everyone's time?
Yes.
And also that I'll reach out to DOT in my capacity as state rep to urge them to put the crosswalk for survey number 2.
Oh, great.
Thanks.
All right, thanks. Any other public comment? Hearing none, are there any comments from the commissioners? Hearing none, is there a motion to accept the recommendation?
I'll make a motion
Commissioner Lebo, seconded by Commissioner Ambrose. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstentions, carries unanimously. Survey number 4.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath in this one. Survey 4, Cummings Avenue between Veras Street. Nature request. Request crosswalks with blinking lights on Reef Road. Request no parking signs on Reef Road between the right of Cummings and to the left of Vare Street. Request speed bumps on fences, speed bumps or fences on Forest Avenue. By whom? Jessica McCormick. Recommendation. Recommendation is to install the crosswalk across Reef Road at number 150 Reef Road, which is at the intersections of Reef Road and Lynn Street and Reef Road and Reef Court. Add ADA ramp at the sidewalk at 150 Reef Road. Add 2 school crosswalk signs at the crosswalk with arrow, municipal code S1-1, W16-7P. Add 2 school crosswalk ahead signs 300 feet north and south of the newly installed crosswalk on Reef Road, MUTCCD W16-9P. Add 2 stop here for pedestrian signs 20 to 40 feet north and south of the newly installed crosswalk on Reef Road. Municipal Code R1-5B. Any additional paintings on the roadway to be investigated by Bill Hurley, which include potential triangle painting prior to the crosswalk. So, let's comment.
Is there any public comment on this?
Oh, yeah, it's too much. There's no parking, that's the problem.
Hi, I'm Jessica McCormick.
Oh, okay.
Good, how are you? I feel like I know a lot of people. 63 Cummings Avenue. So I live at the corner of Cummings and Forest, where Forest, there's like a lot of cars that come, it's like the third thing on my agenda, but there is a lot of cars because there's a lot of 4-family houses at the end, or college houses. So the cars speed down there. We all have little kids, and the cars just like whip around my turn towards Cummings towards Reef. They don't stop, so we didn't want a stop sign, but if we had like either the fences, or I know speed bumps are hard because of plows, it would be convenient. And then at the end of Cummings, to the right, there's a house with 6 college nursing students. I knocked on their door, nobody's ever answered. But then across the street, there's a new house. It's blue, it's a 2-family house with like 8 college kids. We've talked to them, we've talked to the landlords, and they just park right to the left. So when we're coming out of Cummings onto Reef, either way, you can't see. So there was 3 kids on bikes, riding their bikes to school one day, almost got hit. So many of us have almost got hit like daily trying to get out. And there's so many walkers, runners, strollers, and it's just like horrible. And the kids haven't listened. The landlords tried to talk to them. So if we had, a lot of kids do go to school that way. If we had the crosswalk, it would be great. If we had the no parking signs, it would be great. That's it. Sorry, I asked for a lot. I had a lot of people behind me. We had a block party, and everybody wanted to sign the petition, so we got a lot of signatures.
Yeah.
But
All right.
That's it.
Well, thank you.
it was fun.
Is there any discussion from the commission?
I'll just add that, on the survey, myself and Commissioner Stone were there, and, it is a busy road. And, I don't know who sent the picture of the kids crossing, was that you?
There's probably a few.
Yeah, that was a great picture, and we realized that, Sherman School's there, so it was a no-brainer to put this crosswalk there, this school sign, so I'm glad you brought it to our attention.
Oh, thank you.
All right, would you like to make a motion to approve?
Yes, I'll make the motion to approve survey number 4.
Is there a second?
Second.
What's the motion, Jamie?
Commissioner Stone,
Oh.
all those,
The motion?
What is the motion?
it's to approve their recommendation
Oh,
for
survey
survey number 4.
no, there's no stop signs going in or stoplights, right?
No.
No, it's just to install the crosswalk, and then there are, some additional signs indicating that there's a crosswalk ahead.
Okay.
Or maybe that stoplight that like flashes, that's the...
Did Bill Hurley have did he comment on the,
Yeah, he was with us.
oh, okay, fine, he's,
It's gonna say stop in the crosswalk, stop for pedestrians, or actually it's gonna be a school crossing, so they have to stop by law. And, I'm sure that the chief's gonna have, Lieutenant Paris, monitor that for a few days, right?
Yes, sir.
So, police present will be there. Police present, I should say.
Great.
Any comments from the chief or Lieutenant Paris before you go?
I have a question, actually, should I go back up? There's one person that lives on Reef Road, like a nice lady with 2 kids, and she's had an issue with it too. She can't get like people to her house, and people are in her area, but like, if it said no parking signs, would she get ticketed if like she had somebody over, or does she get like a pass or anything?
No,
She's out. Yeah.
get out of jail
Yeah.
free card.
She did sign the petition, so she knew.
Okay.
All right, so the motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Oh, Kevin's on there, okay.
Oh.
Yep, I'm on, I was on mute before, sorry.
Oh, okay. So it is unanimous. We are gonna move on to item number 4 on the agenda, which is old business. There is no old business unless Chief has any. So we are going to go to item number 5, which is new business, which is the donations. And are there any additional donations we need, or just what's
No,
on the agenda?
Yep. 50 and 200, we're good.
All right, Commissioner Fine?
Okay, so under new business, donation made to the K-9 unit of the Fairfield Police Department of $200 by Elizabeth J. McAvoy of 182 Glengarry Road, Fairfield. Another donation made to Animal Control of $50 from Magna Plesco, 82 Coventry Lane.
Okay, is there a motion to approve those donations?
I'll make one.
Commissioner Ambrose, seconded by Commissioner Lebo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. All right, carries unanimously. Item number 6 is the monthly report. Chief? Any,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really remarkable on the monthly report. We had, if I could just update the commission on that Miller Nissan shooting that occurred, which was kind of an anomaly. It was an individual who was like on a spree up the East Coast, starting in Virginia, went up to New Haven, and then came down to Fairfield, ended up in New Rochelle, got into a shootout with the cops in New Rochelle, and they took him into custody. That was pretty much the biggest one during the month, biggest case.
Could you comment, we had like phone calls about the Southport robbery. Could you comment on that maybe?
So that happened last Wednesday, very early in the morning. 2 juveniles were arrested, a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old, in a stolen car in Brantford, is where they were taken into custody. Took them into custody probably between 2 and 4 o'clock. I think one of them was taken into custody about 2 o'clock, and the other one was about 4 o'clock the same afternoon. They used a facsimile firearm, and obviously presented that to the 2 teachers who were victims and teachers at the Southport school. I have a meeting with the parents on Friday, in addition to a meeting with the local state representatives on Saturday to discuss some of the issues there.
It's such an extraordinary event that it's just how do you possibly control that or take that into consideration, and it's going forward in Southport. You think it might happen over in Naps Highway or East Fairfield, but it's very unusual.
Yeah, they went on into Norwalk and did a attempted carjacking less than 20 minutes after the robbery they committed in Southport. So one of the individuals that were taken into custody had 4 robberies and was on probation for those that he committed just a short time earlier.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're both released from custody at this point.
I don't know what their status is.
Sure they are.
Juvenile justice reform is there. So I'm sure they're out there again, so be careful. All right, we are going to go on to, are there any other questions on the monthly report?
I just had one observation. Be careful. Thanks for coming. The amount of infractions has been up, thanks to Lieutenant Harris and his officers. But the amount of accidents are up, which is perplexing me, because I always thought that enforcement would bring accidents down, but both are up. So maybe you can explain that. That's like an anomaly. Usually if you have that many enforcement's up, accidents are down, right? And this way, this last month report, accidents are up and infractions are up. So that seems like an anomaly. Maybe anybody can explain that, or?
Sure. I can't explain it.
So the old way of thinking is no longer there, right? Old school's not there, okay. All right, well.
Yeah.
All right, so I'd like to make a motion that we add an additional item to the agenda, which is an executive session to discuss some personnel issues. Is there a second to add that? It's seconded by Commissioner Ambrose. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All right, with that said, we will now go into executive session.
I move to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Commissioner Ambrose, seconded by Commissioner Stone. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstentions? All right, we are adjourned.
Good.